Good morning, folks. Welcome back. So today, I think we're going to try continuing with some of the techniques we're using yesterday, but to make something a little bit more complex. Specifically, I'm thinking like a big bridge over a flesh canyon of some kind, I guess. Let's see what we get into with it. First thing I'm going to do is I think we're going to go with a plane today. Make it a little bit easier to organize. And S20. I'll take it up a little bit for right now, just give me some room to play with. And rotation and scale. So the first thing I'm going to do, I think, is actually knife tool to create our canyon walls. Something like that. And then, again, the other side. Let's get a long straightaway there, I guess. There's something a little funky. Cool. I'm going to grab these two faces and bring them up. And there. Sure. And then up again and up again. We're going to make this bigger, so it should be fine. And now I think what we'll do is get rid of the outside things. Shift G, coplanar. Yeah. X faces. So we have our terrain, but it's obviously not any way useful to us yet. But we can come over here and go to quad remesh. And let's remesh it to, say, 500. Cool. Get rid of the original. Take a look at it. That's better. We can certainly use that. And I'm just going to remove all the sharps. Okay. And I think I'll probably sculpt from here a little bit. Go into sculpt mode. And I'm not going to worry about masking this time, I don't think. We're just going to push and pull a little bit. And let's sort of smooth some of our edges down just a bit. And here too, sure. Although we're going to mess with that a little bit more. And then pull that up, and let's pull that out, and that out, and that out. Maybe even sort of make that less sharp down here at the bottom. Create just, again, we're low poly laying out the design of our space before we start doing the detailing. Okay, I'm gonna take that down. And yeah, that's feeling pretty good to me. It's obviously it's very low poly, but that's okay. I think I am into that. Object mode. Let's go ahead and save it as new 250813.1 live stream flesh bridge. Alrighty. Where is this bridge, you ask? Well, that is a good question. Let's make it. Let's come in here, and we're going to say those four and these four. Control E, bridge edge loops, and add. Might actually be too much. Well, we'll see. Number of cuts. Cool. Pretty good, actually. I'm into that. Go back to sculpt mode. And let's I'll smooth out particularly those bottom edges there like that. Oh, that's better now, yeah. Much better. And there. We can even take it and make it up just a bit more. Arc. Just because arcing bridges are fun, right? Yeah. And then kind of flatten that down. And play with it like this. Cool. And we have a bridge. But obviously our train looks kind of like ass. So, couple ways we could play with this. We could start by trying to make it like ground. And perhaps we could look at that and see how it goes. So that would be add a terrain or base modifier to it. We're going to have to shrink it down a lot. I think 5. That roughs it up a lot. That might be worth doing. I'm kind of into that. That looks okay. Let's apply all. Take a look at it. Cool. Now let's quad remesh it down to, well, not 500. Let's say 5,000. I just want to get them consistent sized. That looks good. Okay, let's use that. Get rid of that. All right. Now, I think I'm going to use Samuel's slime mold thing again. And I think, so yesterday I took it and I just took the exact thing and I just exposed out his variables so I could play with them. So maybe I'll use that. Just grab this whole object and bring it over here. That's big. Cool. But let's, this thing does, I don't want to worry about the scaling, so I'm just going to shrink this down. So S 0.05. Now it's back to sort of the original scale, right? Bring this one over. Yeah, so this should be about 2 meters on a side. Let's see. Yeah, roughly. Cool. Okay. And this one has a vertex group of group where it's basing where it starts from. So let's do that here too. Let's just say I'm going to take this loop, this loop, this loop, and then over here, no, that loop, and that loop. Yep, cool. And plus assign to group. So it's going to start generating out from our bridge areas. We take this and link copy modifiers. And I'm going to just get rid of this one. I'll make sure it's on it now, but I think it is. Yes. Delete this one. And we don't see very much because we're still pretty low poly, but we can increase our sub D levels. That's quite high now. So that should give us what we need. Now, these are what's going to cause it to do different things. Let's run it how I have it now and then see what we get. It's pretty cool looking. It's mostly hitting the bridge and then kind of stopping like this one, though. It's not an awful thing. That's a really neat looking bridge, for one thing. But let's try turning our... For some reason, search or look ahead causes it to curve more. Let's take it to 0.1. Let's see if that's better. Yeah, now we're straighter and going out, and that's cool. That's what we want. And let's just let it run. Okay, so we only got to 250. Let's go higher. Let's take it to, I don't know, 1,000. Just let it go until I want to stop. And play. It's generating all these cool little slime trails. And then they kind of fade back in too, which is also neat. Just crisscross this entire area with veins, essentially, right? The only thing I might want to try, that looks pretty cool, but we're moving fast, so we can play something. Let's try making our spread to like 25, just massive. Let's see if that changes anything. Does it break it apart more? It's hard to tell. Maybe a little. That might be too much. It looks like that's fading down actually too much. Let's try search spread of like 0.9. We'll go under 1. See if it... I just want to branch out a little bit more. That looks like it might be doing that. Yes, I think this is looking nice now. You almost can't let it go too much too, because the more you go, it starts to fade down on itself. So it just gives you more textural oomph for it. So cool. I think that might be good. Let's look and see. I mean, that's pretty badass, my friends. I like it. Now, we could try a bit more with it, honestly. We don't have to be done here. I think I'm going to apply it. But we can come back in and look at our modifier here, yeah. And what if now we set a new one and make it like here and here. Assign that to group, and let's just invert and remove everything else. Now, add our modifier, geometry nodes, and we grab it again. And if we don't subdiv it, let's see what that does. That's really creepy and weird looking. Vastly different than I was expecting, but I mean, whew, boy. If we look at it in, let's see. That's just wild. I don't know that we want it right now, but it's cool. Let's maybe try moving our spread down from 7 to 1. It takes that way more normal. Cool. And displacement strength, I'm going to go with only -1. So it's not quite as tall either this time. But more jitter. I don't know. Just trying it. And give it a look ahead of 0.4. And momentum, why not? 0.6. And play. I learned Blender by using Blender. It's the only way you learn anything, really. I didn't do any training courses or schools or anything. I just started making things with it. And then found YouTube videos that helped me do the thing I wanted to do when I was doing it. I know that's not like the easy help other people answer, but it's true. Like I started Blender by doing water simulations in Blender 2.78 because I needed them for something I was doing with the Oculus Medium. Yeah, that's looking cool. I'm into that. It just gives us some interesting, like, secondary notes of stuff to this. Let's use it. That's just literally just two slime node sims on top of itself, but that's cool. Let's apply all, and let's save. Let's take a look at our geometry. How's it looking? Come here. That's good. Okay. Now I want to do... Yeah, second wave looks like something's going on for sure. But it just crosses over and just makes it more complex. Now let's see. Does it still have the material for everything? Did it keep... I think it might have kept the... Ooh, it didn't really. But that's cool. Problem is I'm going to lose it all, I think, but it is cool. Oh, man. This is going to be so much fun. Let's select now. I'm just going to take this object. Here we go. And I want the bottom side of my bridge, basically, and that's kind of it. And I don't need to be terribly accurate. Just like that on this side. And you know what? Yeah. Great. That's what we want. Let's just shift hide, make sure. Yep, that'll be fine. We'll use that. And let's just duplicate it with a shift D and P, move it off into its own thing. And come back. Great. So now we should have our second object, right? Where is it? There we go. Cool. And Q, add modifier, solidify. And we can go out this way. Doesn't really matter which way we go. Actually, could go that way, and then I think I'm gonna make it go right down the middle. Offset of 0. So it goes up and in. Cool. Anyway, apply all. So now we're going to use the modifier that I made and is available on my Patreon. Woohoo! Geometry nodes differential growth. And oh, we're small still. That's right. That's why. Actually, let's undo that. We'll do that in a minute. Let's take both of these, and now that we've done applying them, let's make it back to bigger again. Well, S10. We'll make it a little bit bigger, but not a lot bigger yet. I don't really care, and I want this to be easier to control when it's a little smaller, but a little bit bigger too. Differential growth. Cool. Now we want it to go growing down, -1. And if we just do that by default and don't change anything else, let's see what we get. Bloobs. Bloobs! Not bad. It's a scale of like 25. And play. And you get smaller bloobs. Okay. I think I don't want it all growing kind of all at the same speed too. So let's solo it. And weight paint, and go to tissue and curvature. Doesn't really matter. Let's see what we start with. Curvature didn't really give us much, did it? Let's do random. You're not showing me anything, guys. Oh, it has differential growth on it still. That's why. I was like, what? That's why. Okay. Sure, we'll use that. That's fine. All right, we're going to call it growth. Great. And we'll come back here, use a vertex group, not group, we use growth. Now, if we do it now, rewind, play. Why are we not seeing it? Oh, because I have it turned off. Come on, Seth. There we go. Yeah, now it kind of grows a little bit more haphazardly. I'm into that. Still too much here. I'm going to have it grow multiplier vertically 2 and horizontally by 0.5. So it should make more tendrils now. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's going to work for us. Cool. Yeah, I'm into that. I think that's all right. And we can apply it. Then actually, I think what we're going to do is tab A, vertex group, assign the whole thing. Let's give it geometry nodes. The slime mold thing, and let's see what it does if we run it across the whole thing. It'll start everywhere. Actually, I don't necessarily want to start everywhere. Let's just go to, we'll just modify it real quick, because I know I changed it real quick. I'm just going to change it back to noise texture from a group. Which is all I did to change it the first time. And now we run, and we got to probably subdivide it. Right? Yeah, there we go. And play. Ooh, yeah, baby. Oh, that makes it look so gnarly. I love it. I don't think it needs another subdiv. We could maybe give it one. Let's just try it and see what it does. It does make it, I don't know, might be better. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Classic old school. I'm going to set it to 2 and run it. So it doesn't have a lot of that detail. That looks sweet. That's cool. We're going to let it go for just a little bit. That should be enough. Stop it. Apply it. Now, add it again. And we only want it to have 1 this time. Yes. So it'll be 1 more than last time. And then we run it again for just a little bit. Doesn't have a different seed, but whatever, it's fine. Cool. And then we stop it and apply it. So that gives us the big shapes from the first run through and some micro detail that's just gnarly looking from the second one. Save. I'm feeling pretty good about this. I think I can get rid of this one on the side. I don't think we need them. I don't think we really see them either. So let's just come through and that, and delete them. We'll add more detail from other stuff if we want, and we will. But right now, got that hanging underneath. Looking gross. I think that's so cool. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that. So yeah, that's looking cool. I'm into this so far. I do think we could try to decide if I want it to be a different material than the other one. I don't actually think I do. I think I'm just going to join them together. Great. It's one object now. That's fine. 2.5 million polys. Not bad at all. Tab. A. U. Smart UV project. Unwrap. Tab. Now let's see. Did it keep any of those slash the underscore density from its original one? It did. Oh yes. Oh baby, yeah. Cool. Nice. That means we can grab our material from yesterday, and it'll just work. Append. Tooth down. So yesterday we merged our normal ground with the slime mold terrain from this plugin, so we can just do both. Right. Okay. And it's none of those. It's alien organic with lighting. I think, let's make sure. Yes, it did both of those. Cool. So we can tweak it a little bit. Yeah, updating your lights. We got it. Okay. I'm loving it. Let's look at our color ramp here. Okay, yeah. So it is working. I think we want the white to be a bit whiter. I think it seems really slow. There we go. Okay. Like really slow. That's strange. And it is kind of a big mesh, but it's not that bad. All right. Oh, whatever. Back to our mix shader. Cool. So you can see that it gives us a little bit more of that like red tinge here, and it's subtle, but it is there. Yeah, you can see we got some like there too, and over here as well, and it's fun. And that's looking, badass. So we're good with it. Now it's time to take it back up to our full size so we can build other shit around it. Come on, you're not that bad, guys. There we go. Let me just make... Yeah, we are on GPU compute. I'm like, what the hell? Okay. But that's fine. Item 20, let's take it S 8 or 10, 8. Let's try that. And just to test it, we'll put a person on top and see how big it is. Something we, probably should have done to start with, but we're only getting to that stage of scale now. Like, we have our proportions the way I want them. Now it's time to make sure that our scale is where we want it. That looks all right. Yeah, like that's a reasonably large bridge. It's not massive. I can live with that. I think that's cool. Now let's just, again, double check to make sure our materials are looking okay. We didn't rescale the ground, and we might want to. Although it might play havoc with our that looks okay. If we rescale it, it's going to tweak the displacement quite a bit. Well, let's do it. Rotation scale. Yeah. All right. Oh, that works. And now it is exactly the right size, too. It's not going to scare us and do things weird later. Humans looking good. Cool. All right. So it is the nature of people to build things on top of other things to make sure that it's a little safer. So maybe we bring our platform over, too. We no longer need this, so I can just get rid of it. Open recent. Where am I? Bioorganic platform generator. There we go. Don't save. Okay. There's our platform that we made. Copy the objects. Go into collection so we can keep it contained. Dump all that crap in there. Collection is like my dump spot now. It's like, yeah, just throw it in there and I can turn it off afterward. May not be the best organization, whatever, but it's mine. Okay, so that's looking cool. And just come here then. Shift A, mesh, plane, and cool. I think I'm just gonna be cheap this time. I'm not gonna E to here, cool. And then just add a bunch. We'll do it this way. Okay. And then we can take the whole thing over here, turn on our proportional, and like GZ. I want to make it a bit bigger. So it kind of runs along the outside like that. We can even do the same here. It kind of comes down a little bit just to keep it fun. And here, yeah, we'll do the same to like there. Okay, looks good. Save it. So this is 2-meter wide platform. Should be fine. And link, copy the modifiers from our other one, and we have a path. And then I'll just get rid of this other one, so get rid of these polys. I don't need to worry about them anymore. This bad boy here now needs, well, this thing, sorry, first needs to move new collection to ground. Okay, just close off collection, turn off. Oh. This will new collection, we'll call it platform. Great, now turn off collection. Don't have to about anymore. Okay, so platform has a base terrain of ground, and that will build it so it touches and connects. And it's going to be a little slow because this is fairly high poly. There we go. Something we're just going to have to accept. But it does build across. Looks good. Weird about those our lights. They're not doing what I would think they should be doing, but let's look and see. Lamps. First I'll just make a density to 0 and get rid of them. Okay. And it's, what is our vertex group name? Is lamps. Yes. Okay, so edit, tab. I'm just going to come here and 1, and I want this one. I don't know. Just those two. Let's try just those two. And then just these two. And then, I don't know. Those ones. Sure, let's try that. Maybe one more. Great. And vertex group, assign, and it's lamps. Come back out of that. And again, it's going to be slow. This is kind of a stupid detailed platform procedural generator on a stupid detailed ground, so it just has to think a bit. It'll be fine when we render it. We might just keep it turned down and off, so we don't have to worry about too much otherwise. But lamps, density of 1. Let's see if that brings them back just on those points. It should. everywhere. I got one there and there. Why are you being random on me? Minimum distance 1. Let's see if that's changeables. Should be 2, I guess, but let's see. Being weird. On corners? Shouldn't matter, but let's see. There we go. On corners. I don't go in there, but all right, fine. I'll play with it later, maybe. But right now, I got a couple. It's really, I don't really care that much. It's fine. We can come back to it. So we have then our gross, ugly path going across, and it is that, and we're good with that. So let's come back in and edit it. And since it's going to be a pain in my butt here, we'll just go here to here, E. And then E and E. Okay, so that's going to go over all of that, which means then we need to get this material now. It just needs something, a bullshit-based material. Doesn't matter. And then 1, 2, 3. Is that enough? That should be enough, yes. Plus assign balcony. Save. And if we come back and let it think for 10 seconds again. Cool. Oh, I got one's going where I don't want it to go. I was afraid of that. All right. Oh, we can fix that. Tab. Yeah, I see what's going on. I think the easy thing is going to be to do is going to be to tweak the bridge. I'm just going to turn this off. Back out. Now this, and by bridge I mean the land bridge. Sculpt mode, and drag that more there. Now we turn it back on. It just needs to be underneath that section of the platform so that, yeah, it doesn't try to connect it down any further than that. And that's fine. That works for us nicely. Cool. And then come back in and 2. I'm going to give it a nice little thing there. Sure, I like that. And then 3. Shift D. GZ. Turn off proportional. GZ. SC0. Flatten it. Scale it down just a little bit. Okay, that should be good. And then let's do the same thing again. Shift D, GZ 2.5. And cool. And then here, fill. That should be all right. And then that in. Cool, it doesn't matter. Fill. Oh, let's see if it, well, it might matter, but let's see. Tab. It's going to build ourselves just a little platform. Cool. Well, that works. Dig in on it. Looks good. Let's come back in and just play with it a bit more and give, again, this, that, and easy 1. Cool. And that should be much nicer. Yeah. That's a lot of platforms, but whatever. Maybe I don't want it there. Yeah, that's a little too much. Let's get rid of these. Yeah, just keep it a little bit more open. Red. Doing great on time. Love it when it actually works, which it did today. The ground did what I wanted it to do. Nice. Yeah, that's way better. And I don't mind that ground floor arcs a little bit there. I think that's kind of fun. Just keeps it feeling a little bit loose. Nice. Save. So we have this sort of space here. And loads of time to keep playing, honestly. Like, honestly, we could call this done almost, but let's see what else we can do with it. Because when you can call it done, that's a good time to just really go nuts. Now, one thing, I'm just looking, let's see it in color. And let's just adjust our exposure to make it brighter. There we go. Okay. So what do we want to do here to make this feel more fun? We get some weird artifacts from the way we've UV'd it, but I don't know that I'm going to care unless it looks bad in the individual. So far, I don't think we're going to notice. It's enough micro detail floating around that your eye's probably not going to go to that. Let's go to teeth. We were playing with some yesterday. Just going to get this out of my way so I can see. And what kind of teeth do we want to throw into this thing? Depends how, like, aggro looking we want everything to be. I mean, the answer is a lot, but maybe a canine? Thinking a canine might be cool. Yeah, and yeah, it's not anything, but let's just move it to new collection teeth just to keep it organized. And S10. All right, now we're getting into some like weird World of Warcraft shit here going on. It's kind of fun. Just sort of tweak it. I don't really want it to feel... I certainly don't want it to feel man-made. That's kind of the biggest thing. Local. So let's move it so it does not. Okay, we just got these weird things sticking out the side. I'm into that. Let's just keep using it. Kind of placing first, and then I'll tweak it afterward. I think 2 is probably good because we're going to run into our canyon. And it doesn't have to feel even. I actually don't want it to feel even. Cool. Cool. I don't know. Kind of fun. This whole thing is almost like a jaw that we've built across, at least subliminally. That's how we're kind of gonna establish it. Rotate that slightly. And I just want to keep them so they're not the same. We've done a pretty good job of that already. Oh yeah, we started with the slime molds today, Michael. It's so much fun. It's such a perfect addition to what I was already making in my own. Then I was like, oh, I saw Samuel posted those on Mastodon last week, and I'm like, oh, can I have that, please? He's like, yeah, sure. Thank you. I'll take some of that. Keep I'm on local. I keep trying to. There we go. Just got to remember that I'm on local instead of global. Much better. That's cool. Those are fun. Maybe one more over here on this side. I doubt we'll see this far, but they're instances, so who cares? Great. Great, googly moogly. Exactly. Please, sir, can I have some mold? He wants some mold. Listen to him, he wants some mold. Yeah, he does. I'm gonna put that one like here. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Great. I am into that. Okay. I don't know we need any more canines. So let's just come to this one, edit it, AU. Smart UV project it. And give it bone for our material. Bone 1. Save. Take a look at the material. Yeah, that's another classic Seth stream. We've mentioned Oliver and sphincters and slime molds. I'm like, yep, here we are. You live for this stuff, right? This is what you asked for. Okay. No, that's cool. I like all of that. I am down with that. Really excessively. That's pretty awesome. I want to make some cables, I think, now. And I think we might use Cable Raider. I was trying to think I was going to use Cable Raider or a random flow, but I think Cable Raider will work better for us this time. Create a cable. Come on. Oh, well, that wasn't exactly where I wanted it to go, but I mean, sure. All right. Everything's running so... Okay, I know why. Everything's running slow, but we're going to fix that. Cool. Taking this thing, and we're turning it off. And that should make us much happier. Yeah, it does. These... new collection. I don't want to call them. I'm going to call them cables. They're not cables, but whatever. Call it a cable. Don't call it a cable. I've been here for years. Simulate it. Great. Just drip. Hang. Right. And hang. Great. Okay, that's better. Then let's do a few more. And we're going to tweak them afterward anyway. Create a cable from here to here. Now let's size it up just a little bit. Cool. Then another one from, I don't know. It's hard to move around in here. Here to here. And that one will simulate. So it hangs low. Okay. And I think we need a few on the other side as well. Create a cable from, let's go from like right here to, I don't know, like right here. And I'll simulate them all in a minute, I guess. Here to here. Cool. And here to here. Sure. And then, I don't know, here to here. Great. So let's simulate them. Simulate that. Cool. Hanging low. Something like that. Great. This simulation seems to be working fast today. Alrighty. Cool. And I do think we'll run right across. We'll do one more. Create a cable from here to here. Ooh, that's a big one. Let's tension. Let's cut the tension on that a little bit. Cut the tension with a knife. Cool. And simulate it. Great. So we can grab all of those cables now. Those ones didn't go in there. Excuse me. Move to cables. And that's this. Can we join them all together? Cool. And geometry and fill caps. Okay. Cool. And then object convert to mesh. Again, cool. And we're left with these, which we will now differential growth. And we're going to growth direction minus 0.25. And save. And play. Is minus 2.25 enough? Maybe a little more. That means it's mostly going down, but there are some going up. Let's try to go to minus 0.5. That feels better. Cool. Yeah, that's nice and fleshy looking. I'm into that. Apply all. And tab A U Smart UV project. We got some UVs now, and we're going to make it fat meat. Okay. So those are hanging like that. That's cool. I'm into that. And then, do we want any kind of human or whatever on the teeth? Or do we want the teeth to have any kind of hangy goo bits on them because those just kind of connect now. What don't we can do for that? Sure. Since we have a fair amount of time right now, let's just do this. Insulate this cable here, here. Great. And we can do another, sure. Well, we can't actually, can we? Okay. We can in a minute though. Now we gotta do this one. JC. Insulate. Here to here. Cool. And do we want to do all the ones that have things touching on them? We could. Here. Oh, god damn it. That one didn't get done. Thought I said yes to that one. Insulate. Great, it has. Here. Insulate. Great, it has. And here. Insulate. It has. So all those, all the teeth that have bits hanging off of them. Now insulation. This one. We might as well keep it going. There, it does. There, it does. That one I'll leave alone. This one. It does. And then I guess we'll do this last one too. Okay, so all those insulation objects, they're all there together. Cool, and we're just going to join them all together. Cool. And then, how do we want to handle this? Right now, they have a slight offset. Let's go to 0, and 0.08 is fine. That's fine. All right. Do we want to keep it like that? I guess so. We'll try it and see anyway. Can always come in and edit later. Okay. I kind of wouldn't mind tearing into it. That insulate function. I know, right? The minute I found out it did this, I was like, cable raider, man, I don't make cables with it. What do? I make insulation with it. And that's all I do. Like, that's the #1 use of cable raider for me now. Like, you mean I don't have to insulate cables? Okay, great. Well, that looks good. Add a modifier. Differential growth. Growth multiplier. Growth direction is going to be -0.5. And we'll rewind. Save. And play. You know what? I like it, but I think we got a better way to do it now. We might do this too. After. First thing we're going to do is take all that, and we are going to quad remesh it to 5,000. Sounds good. I don't care if it distorts out actually this time, so we're in a good place for that. Great, 5,000 done. So now let's just look and see what those look like. Much better. Cool. Now we can add a modifier, geometry nodes, and we can give it some slime mold. We set it back to being just the what you call it, noise instead of, let's see, and play. Is it doing it? It is, oh, but we're really large though, aren't we? Okay. That's part of our problem. This is meant for something smaller than this. Shift S1, that's fine. Global to 3D cursor, S.05. Great. Rotation scale. Oh, go to that. Cool. Rotation scale. Rewind. Now we give it geometry nodes. That. I have not played around with the new grid fill yet. It is supposed to be much better. I've heard that. Sub D level. Okay, I think we are going to have to go back to... Doesn't look like it's on everything, so fine. Geometry nodes, go back to attribute. Do that. And I think that means I have to get rid of it again. And sure enough, object, weight paint, and come on. Tissue, curvature. Great, that's fine. I don't care, I just want to make sure it's on everything. It needs to be like, you know, paste picante sauce or whatever. Got to put that shit on everything. Oh, we need to change its name. We're just going to call it group. And go back and add our thing again. Geometry nodes. We'll get this right. Mast. And this time it is using that group, and we're good. And play. That's almost too big. Oh, spread's high. Let's go spread to like 0.75. Try that, see if that's better. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Goose it out. I'm all right with that. It's fine. Apply all. S20. And we should be back to where we were before. Yeah, we are. Cool. Good. Now, rotation scale. We can apply my thing. Geometry nodes. Differential growth. Yeah, I don't care about the vertex group. Voxel size, 0.1, maybe. Growth direction, minus 0.75. Growth multiplier 1. That's cool. And rewind and play. And still, I don't want it to go up this much. It's still too much up. Growth direction add minus 1. Growth multiplier. I want these to fall too. So like 0.5 and 2. We'll do the same settings that we did for this thing under the bridge. Play. Actually like that it's ripping holes in it too. That's kind of fun. We could maybe get more of that if we made it bigger. Let's just try. 0.25. And scale of 25. Play. Yeah, that's cool. I'm into that. And I like that. Let's just apply all. Let's run it one more time. Sometimes running it twice can be really helpful. I mean, you can also just set it through an animation, but that's a pain in the ass. Minus 1. And a voxel size of 0.05. That's fine. I mean, it's too much, actually. 0.1. And rewind. And a scale of 25 again. kind of smooths it in. Good deal. Apply all. How big is it? Oh, it's not big at all. That's fine. Great. Tab, A, U, Smart UV Project, unwrap. And let's try making it fat meat too this time. I really am trying to make this as nasty as possible. So it's kind of fun. Very outside my normal way of working. Okay, let's see. I'm glad we pushed on past just the bridge. I think a lot of these things here are going to make it sort of feel special. Yeah. It's just like gooey bits, man. I'm kind of into it. Although, you know, I think I'm going to do it again. Let's just take this thing. Yeah, 7. S.05. Cool. And tab. I'm going to select random. I don't care that much. Deselect 0.85. Deselect most of it. Okay. And then that is going to be group assign. Okay. Then we're going to come back and geometry nodes and just run the slime mold again. Come on. So maybe I've just blown something up. There we go. Okay. Sub-D level of 0. I don't think we need to do that. Yeah, that's fine. And accumulation spread of 1. And rewind. And give it a play. Did I reset the scale on it? I don't know if I set the scale on it. I did not. Rotation scale. All right, that's better. I was like, what's going on? Now it's better. Rewind and play. Oh, it's so gooey. Love it. Cool. We don't even need all that much. Let's just cut it back in just to give it sort of some. Some looks good. Apply all. And then we're going to give it the material. It's not going to be fat meat. It's going to be organic with lighting. And tab, A, U, Smart UV Project. Unwrap that sucker. S20. Rotation scale. We should be back to, yep, exactly where we need to be. And if we look at our material, we should have some fun to it now. Yeah, that's way better. Yeah. Cool. We will leave the other ones as hanging. So, or sorry, like the hanging ones we'll leave as fat meat. It's cool. Alrighty. We're not done yet, but let's start bringing in some of our lighting and other stuff to sort of see what we need to do to zhuzh it up a bit. Append. We're in Toothtown. Cool. And we don't need any material. We want to go to world. I just grab the world. Not that it's that complicated, but whatever. Append, up, and then light. We're going to grab the sun. and the sun. We're going to move to lighting and come to it, and I'm just going to guess. But let's guess that we want it to be backlit the platform and slightly to the side. Right? Yeah, sure. That seems like a good guess. Append, up, and then objects. We'll grab our fog as well. And we'll move that to a fog group. And then we got a next question is, do we want to put water at the bottom of this thing? I think we might. I think it could be, it'll add a bit more reflective to it. So let's do that. Search mesh plane. We got rid of the volumetric of our blood yesterday, and I liked it just fine, so I'm not going to bother making this have volume. Just to go like that, and maybe we want to cover the whole thing though. There we go, like that. Okay. Rotation scale. Yeah. F4 append. Let's grab our material, and I think I renamed it to blood because I think I was smart. Yes. See you, Michael. Have a good one. Bring it back in. Oh, yeah, that blood's cool. Definitely feeling that. That goo. Goo is working for us. We didn't set the world yet. There's our world, and that means we need to change our camera to be a bit brighter. 5. That is nauseatingly gross and kind of awesome. Why is there so much pale? Is it just the way it's hitting? Because it seems it is the same material as the other one. Oh, I know why. It's because there's... Okay. Do I care? I do. I think I'm going to take the lit part out of this thing. I don't want it to glow anymore. Shading with lighting. Yes. And... yeah, that would be this part here. Which one's the lit? That would be that one. So we're just going to take this, bring it into here, and get rid of the glowy bits. And that should be better. Yeah. Now our materials sort of feel better. Oh yeah, that's way better. Didn't need them glowing. Not in this one. It was when I had them glowing when we were doing the underground stuff, and that was important then. But now, eh. Okay. Let's just, because we're here and we got time, let's take this a bit more. E all the way in, right? Yeah. And then here. E2. No. Undo. EY2. Cool. And then EY -2. did duplicate it. Great. And E. GZ down. Cool. And come on. There we go. EY -2. EY 2. Bit of a platform. Cool. Might be trying to turn this back on and see what it looks like. It will slow us down though. See if there's anything else we want to do in the meantime. I do think we need some people. Let's come here. Open recent. Gorefield's people. Don't save. Oh, excuse me. And who do we want to use? I think we'll bring her because she's walking. Bonnie. Select the hierarchy. Copy objects. Bonnie is going to go. I think we'll put her like on our bridge. We're kind of looking like this, so we're not going to see too much of the platform, at least in probably our primary shot. But let's put her like right here. New collection. Pepple. Bonnie. We'll get her exactly lined up once we apply our bridge, or reveal our bridge. I guess not apply, but this is still just faster right now, and we'll bring her more onto the side. Okay. Save, and then we'll put. I don't know, we'll take tall lady here. Lula. Yeah. And people, and we're going to put her up in this tall tower here. Okay. And we'll bring her closer to the edge for visibility. Cool. And any more people? We could do one more. This guy's such a dork. I've been avoiding using him this whole time. Maybe we'll use him. I made him with make human instead of human generator. I don't like him as well, but you know, whatever. He'll be fine. We'll put him over here. He's kind of dorky. Okay. Maybe it's time to turn this on now. Are you ready for the lag time? Yeah. There we go. That's not too bad. Let's see. He's roughly about right. We'll bring him up a little bit. That's fine. Let's go check out Bonnie. She needs to come up a bit more. There we go. She's good. And Lula. did a pretty good job with her. She's a little too high. Now let's move her so she's not staring at a light. There we go. Okay, take a look. There's a lot of lights on that thing. I don't mind it though. It's kind of neat that it's like a glowing beacon vibe. That's just so gross and gnarly. So we've created a very large terrain. So showing those people, like back here, they're nothing, and we're going to need to show a shot like this, I think. But we do have some, means we have detail as we go in closer too, which I like usually. Anything else we want to pop in here real quick? Maybe just, where we at for? Oh, we're only at 5 million polys overall in this scene. That's not bad. Okay. Let's come to like here. Sure. And object, organic. And we want nets. Import the object. And nets, let's just move it. And new collection to goo. Create. Okay, so goo, main settings, is going to have a collision with ground. And that's it. It's going to have a resolution of 2048. It's going to have a length of 5. Okay. And preview resolution, just so I can see it, of 1024. It's still going to be slow, but I just want to make sure it doesn't have any cut holes. It seems okay. Okay, and GZ. Cool, I'm into that. That's just fun. I like it. Maybe make a couple more of them. Let's take our preview resolution down to 128 again. And 7. And let's, okay, and this we're going to turn off again. Okay, goo. Shift D, G, come over here. Great. And I'm okay with that, but let's just see what it looks like with our preview. Cool. I'm down with that. And let's do one more up here somewhere. So Shift D, G, there. Fine, there's fine. 1 and GZ 5. Probably more than that, right? No, let's see. 5's not bad, actually. And G, just moving it over to like there. Something like that. Those are fun. And maybe we'll make it have a length of 10 for this one. And that means we'll need to increase our resolution to, I don't know, 3072. Doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be powers of 2. I'm just nerdy. Preview off. Let's see. Yeah, you're thinking, I know. Great. Now we're up to a significant number of polys. Let's apply to mesh. Can I get a material first? Shouldn't make a difference, but fat meat 1. Apply to mesh. Cool. You done? Did you do it? No, you're still doing it. I know you're a biggie. And probably not worth the power that I'm putting into it, but whatever. Okay, so that one's applied. This one, I want to double check. So if we apply to mesh. No, okay, so we can't apply to mesh without getting rid of preview first. I wasn't sure. That does explain a little bit from before, though. Apply to mesh. And the last one here. And apply to mesh. Now we're up to 23 million. So we just added, like 18 million polys of those 3 stupid things. They're not really worthwhile using unless you can just handle it. Like, it's not something I would be like, you should do this, because it's probably not worth what we're doing. But I don't know, why not? Okay, and Z8. I do like it there, though. Like, that's going to help us feel more gooey, for sure. As will this first one here, because I want to get a shot, like, over here. So let's set up that shot. We can see we need to change our clipping. Camera. Aerial access, sure. And we need to adjust the clip end to 500. Yeah, that's enough. Great. Lens. The anamorphic. Well, let's make it a 35. Pretty normal for me. Resolution. Always Panavision, always wide. And down, right close to the water. And then platform, we need to turn on. Which we won't even super see in this shot probably, but it'll be there a bit. Looking smooth. Okay, so we got our water, or blood. Set up for that. Cool. I'm going to set our focus point. Makes sense, I think, to focus on that here. Yeah, I think we're good, folks. I think we're kind of where we want to be. This one really came together nice and quickly, which is always pleasant. I didn't have any sort of false starts to have to worry about. So we've created this gnarly looking terrain using a mixture of my tools and Samuel's slime mold generator. Highly recommended. We've put some teeth in here. We put some goo on the teeth. We got some hanging sinew, I guess. We built our path across. Everything's looking pretty awesome. I'm kind of into this. Yeah. So thanks for hanging out with me again today. Always appreciated. And I will be back again tomorrow for another one. We'll do some more nasty stuff probably through at least the end of this week, and then we may move into a new area. Anyway, have a great rest of your day, everybody. Take care, and I will see you later. Okay, bye.